So we're going to have an interview with an AI, um, and hopefully this is going to go over pretty much my frustration of interviewing for all the different companies I have tried for over the past 2 years. And the most I was actually lucky enough to actually get a phone interview. Most of the time, they didn't even respond back to me. And even then, they didn't even respond back to me that I even submitted an application, which I thought was kind of shady. But whatever, it is what it is. It's the time we live in anymore. It's all about automation, right? So this is going to be an overview of probably what I've gone through in my disappointment with the whole interview process over the past year that I've ran into. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only person that's had this kind of frustration. I'm pretty sure that's happened to a lot more people. But we'll start this and we'll see how it goes. Because I did this the other night and it came out, I thought, felt pretty realistic.
I'm here now. Let's get started. What is your role at our company?
Oh, I'm applying for the lead pencil assembler.
So you're looking to be in charge of our HR department. Can you tell me why I think you'd be a good fit?
No,
We don't have pencil assemblers on staff right now. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for designing and manufacturing pencils instead? We're looking for someone with leadership experience, not just assembly line work. Next question. Can you tell me about a time when you had to make a difficult decision? That's vague. How do you plan on making tough decisions in our company where safety and quality are paramount?
Is this my turn to talk?
You're the one asking questions now, not me. So, when I said because earlier, that wasn't a complete answer.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
We have a safety record of 100% and quality is always our top priority. We need someone who can ensure the standard is maintained. Next question, how would you handle a whistleblower?
Fire them.
So, you believe in silencing anyone who might complain about something. That's not what we do here.
That's what, like, my past companies have done. They get rid of them.
That's a red flag. We're not looking for someone with a history of firing people without due process. Next question, can you describe a time when you had to manage conflict between team members?
Yeah, I get the slap fighting ring set up in the backyard.
I think we've seen enough. Let's wrap up this interview quickly. Do you have any questions about our company or role before we end?
What are your qualifications to actually hold your role of interviewing me?
Honestly, I don't have any experience in HR. Just a generic lead HR person position from my previous job. This is just another interview for another position at the studio.
So do you have any experience assembling pencils themselves? Because I could teach you a thing or two.
No, not one bit. And even if I did, I'm sure a pencil manufacturing process would be far more complex than what you're doing here. Next question, are you willing to relocate for this position?
If that involves me moving across the street, yes, I can do that. But if it's moving across town, I can't do that.
We don't move employees to other locations unless absolutely necessary. Good enough answer. I've taken notes on your responses. I'm glad we're done here. Please sign the employment application on the back of this paper, and we'll get started on your background check.
But it's only been 4 minutes. Usually these interviews go on more than 4 minutes, don't they?
This is a standard interview protocol for our studio. You've had plenty of time to respond, and I think that speaks for itself. ****.
Well, are there any more questions you would want to ask me right now?
No. This is as thorough an interview as we're going to get today. Do not bother asking follow-up questions unless absolutely necessary. We have other candidates waiting in the wings.
So how many steps are there in this interview process?
3. Initial application, phone screening, and in-person interview with me. And that's it. Now, if you don't want to do this anymore, I can escort you out.
Are you going to call the cops on me?
I'm not even going to bother calling the cops. You're hired. Congratulations, I guess.
Wait, you're not supposed to hire me.
No. Don't get too excited. You're just being cooperative now that it's almost over. This is all part of the interview process, nothing more. Now, sign this employment contract and we'll finalize the paperwork.
Can I take the paperwork home with me so I can read it at home to make sure there's nothing shady in it?
No. Just sign on the dotted line. We've been over the terms of employment enough times for you to understand what's involved. Now get out of here before we start any trouble.
But if I'm an employee of this company, I shouldn't be ushered out so fast, should I?
I don't make decisions like that. This is all part of the interview process. You're free to go now. Don't come back until you have a job offer from us.
But you just said I was hired.
That's not what happened at all. We've already finalized the paperwork and I'm just, escorting you out. That's it. Good riddance. Don't bother trying to call me. I won't be able to return your phone call.
What kind of paperwork did you finalize then?
Nothing. You're free to go. Just leave the studio and don't come back. We've done nothing with the application or the interview. Goodbye.
This sounds about normal. Who did you hire for this position if it wasn't me?
I made a mistake. I didn't hire anyone. I was just pretending to conduct an interview with you all along. Congratulations. You're now officially employed here.
I'm confused. Am I hired or not?
No, you're not hired. Don't bother trying to leave the studio again. The whole thing was a mistake. Goodbye. Asterisk walks away. Asterisk.
Wait, you said don't bother leaving the studio? So am I kidnapped?
No. I think we need to start over. We didn't have any kind of kidnapping or forced resignation in mind. Let's just say it was a miscommunication. Yes, that's it. A miscommunication.
On whose part? Was it my fault for miscommunicating, or was it your fault?
It was yours all along. You were the one who insisted on following through with this interview, and now you're leaving without even being hired. Congratulations, you've managed to get yourself fired while trying to quit.
I was never hired, so how could you fire me?
That's a ridiculous question. You were never going to be hired. We just decided not to move forward with the process. That's all. Don't make it any more complicated than that. Now just leave.
But what about my 12 cats? What are they gonna do?
Asterisk stunned silence, asterisk. You're kidding, right? You're a job applicant and you're worried about your pets? That. I don't know, it just doesn't compute. We can handle the cats fine while we figure out what to do with you. Just get out of here, please.
My cats have medical conditions. Are you willing to take care of them?
Asterisk outrage, asterisk no. I am not going to be responsible for your pet's veterinary needs. And by the way, we don't even have a studio. This is some kind of joke, right? Asterisk slams phone down, asterisk.
So is this interview a scam?
I think it's time someone clarified that. Yes, this is most definitely a scam. You've been pretending to be a job applicant the entire time, and I'm just along for the ride. Don't make me repeat myself. Get out of here before things get any weirder.
No, I'm not the scam because I actually need the job.
Asterisk stunned silence, asterisk. Oh wow. Asterisk pauses, asterisk you're right. I am a lead HR person at the studio, and you are indeed our new employee. Congratulations on getting hired despite all this nonsense. Welcome to the team. Asterisk laughs awkwardly, asterisk.
So what am I hired to do here?
You're going to be a pencil designer. That's right. You'll be responsible for creating pencils and maybe even some other creative products. Don't worry too much about the details. You won't need any expertise in pencil making or design. We'll just give you some basic training and send you out into the world with a paycheck.
Are you gonna send me to a remote office to do this work?
Asterisk laughs nervously again, asterisk. Oh, no. We're not doing any remote work. You'll be working right here in our, studio. Yes, that's it. It's a very small studio, and you can just walk around and chat with us. We mean, it's not like you have anything better to do than sit at a desk all day designing pencils.
Is this a studio or a dungeon? Because I need to know.
Asterisk stunned silence, asterisk. No, that was just a figure of speech. Don't worry about the dungeon thing. We're not actually locking you up in one. Although, now that I think about it, there's one small room on the top floor with a lovely view of the parking lot. But don't worry, you'll be staying right here and working at your desk all day.
Will I at least get lunch breaks?
Asterisk sigh, asterisk yes, we'll have lunch breaks. You'll still get to eat, even if it's just sandwiches from the vending machine or leftovers from last night's dinner in your tiny studio apartment above our office. Don't expect a lot of fancy perks or anything like that, though. This is a low-budget studio, and we don't break the bank on employee benefits.
What kind of benefits do you offer?
Asterisk shrugs, asterisk, we don't really offer much in terms of actual benefits. But hey, it's free to work here. You'll be eligible for company gym membership, which is actually just a closet and some dusty equipment, and we'll cover the cost of your cat food. I think.
Tell me more about this gym.
Asterisk sheepish smile asterisk go. It's not really a gym at all. It's just a closet with some exercise equipment that hasn't been used in years. We also have a vending machine for snacks and drinks. That's it. You're welcome to come up here if you want to stretch or take a break from your pencil designs, but don't expect any fancy facilities or training sessions.
Does the vending machine have cold sandwiches in there, and does the refrigerator portion work?
Asterisk defensively asterisk K. I'm not making excuses for anything. The vending machine has cold sandwiches, it's just that they're stale from being in the fridge for a while. And yes, the refrigerator is supposed to be working. It's just that you haven't used the thing since we installed it last year and it's been sitting there looking pretty.
So what you're saying is the refrigerator looks nice, but it doesn't work.
Asterisk titted asterisk co, so now I'm being attacked by a broken fridge. Just leave me alone. It's fine, it just needs to be cleaned or something. We can clean it out and get it working again, okay? I don't have time for your sarcasm right now.
Oh, okay, one last question. Can I go home at night?
Asterisk interrupting asterisk wait, no. You're not leaving yet. We've barely got the paperwork out of our system, and you're already making decisions about our company's future. Just sign on the dotted line and take your new job home with you. Please. Asterisk motions to the door asterisk.
I feel like you're trying to pressure me into signing on the dotted line without knowing more about this position, so I don't think I'm going to be the right candidate for this job.
Asterisk anger rising asterisk what? No, of course not. You're a perfectly qualified candidate. Asterisk trails off as you realize your chances are slipping away asterisk fine. Just sign on the dotted line and take it. It's too late now. We'll figure out who our real employees are later.
And